Welcome everybody to Kitchen Craft Not So Live. Today we're actually pre-recorded here in our kitchen, but don't worry, you can still participate. We've got Jessica at the computer ready to answer any of your questions that you might have. So please continue to comment in the chat. We would love for you to be a part of our program. So today is our sort of Halloween edition of Kitchen Craft Live. We're going to make some really cute treats. This Halloween popcorn hand for you, which is a lot of fun. Kids love this, grandkids. And then we're also going to be making an autumn spice cake, which smells divine and just is the essence and embodiment of autumn. You're absolutely going to love it. So we do have a discount cookware purchase opportunity at the end of the show for this lovely mini loaf pan that you see here that I'll talk about and make my spice cake in. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. And also, please remember to send in pictures of your recipe to contest@cookforlife.com. And we will enter you in to win a mini chopper, which I'll be demonstrating here for you here in a bit. So that is just any recipe that you made in your kitchen craft cookware at contest@cookforlife.com. All right, so we are going to get started with the popcorn. So we turn on our stove to about medium high. And first question is, does anyone know how long we humans have been popping corn for? You'd be surprised. It's been a long, long time. Put some oil at the bottom of your pan, just enough to coat it. And then we're going to put in our popcorn seeds, and you can use yellow, you can use white. You just want to make sure that you also coat the pan with that. Easy peasy, and then you just put your lid right on this beautiful wok, which is multi-ply stainless steel, great quality that you get from all of our cookware, very versatile. You could make, of course, a stir fry in a wok, right? But you could also do frozen chicken, frozen turkey. Possibilities are endless. Something I do want to show you about popcorn, which you may not know. A lot of you might microwave your popcorn. It's quick, right? Simple. You just pop the bag in. But is it as healthy? And the answer to that is definitely not. I want to show you why we do our homemade popcorn in our kitchen craft cookware. I'm going to cut open a bag of just regular store-bought popcorn for you so you can see the insides. Look at this. So you can see how nasty this is, right? All this, who knows what is in here, right? So this is not what you want to be serving to your family, of course. So what we want to do, and I'm going to have to wash my hands after that, is give you a healthier alternative so you can enjoy your popcorn when you're watching your movies. It's a great snack. A lot of people don't realize there's a lot of fiber in your popcorn. It's very filling, so it's great as a snack. It's got nutrients because, of course, it's corn, and we love corn. So we're going to let this pop, and once I start to hear it really ramping up, which I think I just heard a kernel, then we'll turn it off. So to go ahead and start making our cute little Halloween popcorn glove, I'm going to start by cutting some carrots with my mini chopper, which is so great if you have kids in the kitchen with you making this. It locks for safety, beautiful, and so easy to use. So we're going to chop our 3 carrots, our baby carrots, in half. These will be the fingertips. Some people use candy corn, some people use those candy pumpkins, but this is the healthiest version of this. And then we take our glove, and we're just going to stick 5 of these in the little finger pockets, spots there. Easy peasy. And of course, carrots, great for beta carotene, which we know is good for your eyes, vitamin K, all kinds of vitamins, and this also has plenty of fiber as well. So get these in there. And my popcorn actually sounds like it might be done. So I'm going to cut off, the heat here. And thankfully with our cookware, it's hot, it'll retain the heat so you can turn off your cookware faster and it will continue to cook a little bit for you. Okay, I'm not doing this very gracefully. You can make this a little more graceful. But the point is just to make sure you get your 5 carrots in there so they look like fingertips. Voila, so, and I'm gonna check on this popcorn real quick. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have it go a little bit longer. I got too many seeds. I think I got a little impatient. You gotta be patient with your popcorn. Okay. So once we get the popcorn, we'll fill our hand here, and then we're gonna tie it off with a ribbon. So to answer the question earlier, I said, how long have we been popping corn? Well, I Googled it and found out it's since 4700 BC that they found out that people in Peru were popping corn. So it's been a long, long time, which is really neat to think about. And also, I do have a popcorn joke for you today. What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Where's popcorn? Yay! And then why aren't there more jokes about corn? Because they're too corny. There you go. All right. So this is the perfect segment for corn, lovers of corn, and popcorn. Okay. Ooh, I think we might be good now. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up my hand with my popcorn, and then we'll get to the spice cake. All right. And normally I would put my lid to the side like this, but I don't want to obstruct the camera view. We see another cool feature about our cookware in this wok. But I'm going to actually put this aside here. Okay. And they might still pop, so if they pop up there, they could be fun. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling my hand. Now when you're doing this, to get down to the finger holes, you might have to break up the popcorn just a little bit, and that's okay. And you can snack on it while you're making it with your kids or your grandkids. This is a fun little activity you can do for Halloween. That's healthy, delicious. So I want to know, what are some of your favorite toppings to put on popcorn? And unfortunately, I probably could have let this keep going. I got a lot of seeds in this, but for time's sake, I have to, the show must go on. But yeah, I should have let this sit for a little minute or two longer. So what are your favorite toppings? Do you like salt? Do you like cheddar? Do you like Parmesan? Do you get really creative with it? Are you a caramel corn or kettle corn kind of person? So many different ways to enjoy popcorn. Okay. All righty. And of course, if you have more time, you can push it down, make it look really full. Yeah, I think that looks good. So we're going to tie this off. I like to spin it around to secure it. Just get a ribbon or string, whatever you'd like to tie it. Even if you want to use a rubber band, that's fine. And we're going to tie this. You could knot it. I'm not going to. You don't have to. Probably easier when you're ready to eat it not to knot it. And pull through. Look at that. So cute. So this is our Halloween popcorn hands, and now I've got 2 of them. Woo! Happy Halloween! And that is our first little project today. So exciting, so delicious and fun. Okay, so I bet you guys are ready for that autumn spice cake. I know I am. So I'm gonna put away this beautiful wok that I love. Again, very versatile, multiply. Put it in the oven if you wanted to. Indestructible, great, great cookware. So this is our beautiful mini loaf that I'll be making the autumn spice cake in. This is 5-ply, nice handles, performs beautifully in the oven, but I can talk about it a little more later. So the first step is to preheat your oven to 350 and spray your pan, your mini loaf, with some baking spray, which includes flour so that it doesn't stick. So that's important. I'm going to spray it like so. Whoop. Get around the edges, that's important. Fun, fun. It's fun to spray. All right, and then we're gonna set this aside. And I'm going to grab my mixing bowl, and we're going to start with the dry ingredients. So to begin, now I might have to look aside here and there because there are quite a few ingredients and I don't have all the precise measurements memorized. So forgive me if you see my eyes wander here and there. So this is 1 1/8 cup flour. And we're going to mix that with a 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Make sure I get all of that in there. There we go. And then we add our beautiful autumn spices, which look at this. I hope you can see how beautiful. These colors are just, they remind me of autumn trees, which you have to tell us your favorite season. Is it fall? What do you love about fall? Or maybe you're more of a winter person, or summer, or spring. So for this, when you're adding your spices, this is 1 1/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon allspice, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground cloves. So as you can imagine, this smells like fall. It's perfect. This is the perfect autumn spice cake. So you mix all of that together. And then we're going to actually set this aside and get our wet ingredients together. So for that, I get a separate, and I use a larger mixing bowl, but you could use the same size if you wanted to. But this just gives me a little more free reign to get crazy with it. So for this, we're going to use 1 cup light brown sugar. Ooh, and it is packed. This is a packed light brown sugar, and I pushed it in really good. So I probably want to break it up a little bit. Next, we are going to be putting in a 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, which you can tell that would give it that really moistness that we like in a good cake. And also, we're going to be putting in some applesauce, which will also help with that. This is a 1/2 cup of applesauce. I like to just use unsweetened, I should say. Just use the little containers because that's the perfect measurement for it. Easy peasy. Mix that all together. I hope you guys are telling us about your favorite season. I'm sad I won't be able to respond to you, but I know Jessica's right there with you guys. Hopefully you're baking some good stuff too. Let us know what sort of things you've been baking this holiday season. That'd be really cool to know. All right, next up we have got our 2 eggs. And then we've got some vanilla. We've got, let's see, it is 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Whoop. Mix that together. And of course you could use a mixer if you wanted, but we're gonna just use a good old spoon. Works just as well in this situation. And after we get this mixed all together, then we'll put 1/2 of the flour mixture in. Actually, it's fairly simple. This doesn't take too long, and oh my gosh, the results are amazing. It tastes so good and it looks so cute. I can't wait to show you guys how cute it is in this mini loaf pan. Oh, it's the perfect size for adorableness. So take your flour that we made earlier and put 1/2 of it into your wet mixture. Okay, that's about 1/2 there. Mix it in real good. So fun. Baking is a joy. It should be, you know, baking for people you love, or even if you bake for yourself, you got to put some love in there and have a good time with it. And the cool thing about this mini loaf is you don't just, I mean, you could bake breads, you could bake cakes, but hey, you could do a meatloaf if you wanted. You could even put it on the grill. You just got to make sure that you put some dish soap on the bottom so that you can wipe the soot right off. Okay, so once we have this 1/2 flour mixture mixed in pretty well, Then I'm going to add my buttermilk. Who doesn't love buttermilk? Buttermilk ranch, buttermilk and everything, I say. So we have a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. And there we go. Yummy, yummy. You know it's gonna be good. With all these ingredients, you can't deny it. I guarantee it. As Chef Justin Wilson used to say. If anybody used to watch The Cajun Chef growing up, or back in the day, I should say, let me know, because I did. I used to watch him all the time. He cracked me up. Such a character. All right, then the rest of the flour goes in there. And would you believe it that after we mix this in, that is it for the cake. And then we just pour it in and bake it for about 30 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. And then we get to the icing, yes, which is always an exciting part. All right, so you got this going on. It's funny, speaking of Meatloaf, as I think of that pan, I think of Meatloaf. I've been listening to a lot of the singer Meatloaf lately. If you guys know who he is, let me know in the comments. Very theatrical. I love it. All right, so this looks like it's ready to be poured into our mini loaf pan, which don't forget, we do have a discounted price on this tonight. Even if you catch the show after the live hours, if it's still the same night, we will honor that price. So don't be dismayed. Okay. So I'm going to pour this in. Yes. See, that's a perfect size, perfect amount. I get it all in there. This beautiful autumn spice cake that we're making tonight here at Kitchen Craft, not so live, pre-recorded edition. Which I really appreciate you guys hanging in there since I won't be here tonight. I'll be with you in spirit. Okay, so there's that. And yes, I would put this in the oven, 350, 30 minutes or until the toothpick comes out cool. And I have magic because, I've got a completed one ready to go. Well, that was fast. It's like Star Trek. So look at how beautiful this is. This pan, I'm gonna wipe off my hands, really does a nice job of cooking things evenly. And just look at that. That was so beautiful. You'd think I was like a professional chef or baker. I'm not, I promise. I'm a regular cook just like probably many of you. So don't be intimidated by, you know, you can do this too. So this I'm going to set aside. I just want to show you how beautiful it comes out. And now, maybe the best part, I don't know. It's hard to say, they're both great. The icing, because I love cream cheese icing. It's my favorite. So please tell us in the comments your favorite icing flavor. We'd love to hear that. This is an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. So just one of those regular standard cream cheese sizes. And then I also have a 1/2 stick of butter that's supposed to come to room temp, but unfortunately yours truly had this in the fridge right before we started filming. So I gave myself, excuse me, I gave myself an extra challenge today because this is gonna be a little tougher to mix than it should be. And normally your butter would be room temperature and you'd be able to mix this really nice. You'd cream it together. All right, we got the butter and the cream cheese all creamed together nicely. So next I'll be adding, it's going to be 1 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. You don't want a cup of vanilla, you just want a little bit. Ooh. And we're gonna mix that together. Now this can get a little messy. This could be fun to do with your kids or your grandkids in the kitchen. Just be careful because it is, the powder and the powdered sugar can get a little messy, and this takes a minute to stir. But we're gonna stir it up. Hopefully you gave us some of your favorite icings. Would love to hear that. Some people are vanilla icing connoisseurs or chocolate. That's a classic. But I do love cream cheese. It reminds me of pumpkin rolls and definitely this time of year. And also danishes. I like cream cheese danishes. This is what that reminds me of as well. So mixing this all together until it really comes together like an icing, smooth enough to where we can put it on our autumn spice cake. Gotta put some elbow grease in there. And this is just gonna be the final touch to a very beautiful, beautiful cake. Okay, so this looks mighty beautiful. You want to make sure you get out as much as the lumps, I mean all of the lumps really, that you can. And then we're going to actually switch from a fork. Thank you, fork, for helping us, which this is a pro tip. If you're doing something like the creaming of the butter and the cream cheese, don't do like I did the first time and use a spoon. Yeah, fork is helpful. But now we do want a spoon because we're going to put it on our spice cake. We have right here. Just go ahead and dollop that on like so. Beautiful, beautiful. So I gotta know, guys, is anybody dressing up for Halloween this year, or are your kids or your grandkids? And if you are, could you let us know what you're gonna be or what they're gonna be? Always so cute to see those trick-or-treaters out and about in their costumes. So fun. Okay. Get some more of this icing in there. Whoop. Load it up. You could even take this out, flip it out of the pan, and then you could ice the sides if you want to. You could get creative, however you want to do this. But I think it looks really pretty in the pan like this. Okay. And there it is. Whoop. I'm going to try to get a little more here on the edges, so they don't feel left out. Okay, a little bit more icing. And then we're gonna do the final touches on this beautiful mini loaf pan created autumn spice cake. Gotta love this pan. I love the little handles too, the little tabs. It's very handy putting in and out of the oven. So the last little touch that we do, and you could do candy corn, you could do icing, different colored icing if you want, but we're going to put little candy pumpkins on the corners of the cake, and then one in the center. Look at how cute this is. If this doesn't get you in the mood for fall and trick-or-treating and Halloween and all that jazz, I don't know what will. This is the cutest cake. So easy. You saw me make it. Gosh, it didn't take long at all just to mix everything together and, of course, bake it 30 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean. Next, I'm going to cut this, try a bite. But as we're doing that, I do want to remind you that we do have our discounted opportunity coming out here in a moment for this mini loaf pan that you can get at a really great price. Let's see. And we also have a winner for our contest. We had a lovely viewer, Miss Dimple Bridges. Congratulations. She is winning a mini chopper this week for sending in a lovely picture of her roasted veggies. So thank you and congratulations, Dimple. Don't forget, if you want to be the winner next week, send us a picture of your recipe. Doesn't have to be anything fancy or crazy. Don't even need to send the details of the recipe, just the recipe. So look at this beautiful cake. Oh my goodness, so good. And I just want to take, I'm just going to take a teeny tiny piece here because I know once, if I eat too big a piece on air, it's hard to talk afterwards. All right. Whoop, whoop, fell over. Oh yeah, the office is going to love this. I'm going to leave this in the break room for everybody to enjoy. That's so good. This would be good with coffee, tea, I would imagine, a glass of cold milk. Very good. Perfect for fall. So wonderful. I hope you guys get a chance to try this. So cute. And our last thing is, of course, the discounted purchase opportunity for this beautiful mini loaf that you see here that we use to make this in, that you could make all kinds of things. You could do a shepherd's pie. You do, like I said earlier, meatloaf, breads, all kind of cakes, whatever your heart desires. Stick it on the grill, like I said, and the oven, obviously. Normally $119 online, But tonight only, you can get it for $89. What a steal! So get yourself a mini loaf by typing in the word loaf, L-O-A-F, and Jessica, who is behind the scenes on the computer, will make sure that that happens for you. Remember, even if you catch this a little bit after it's live tonight, same night, and you want to type in loaf and get the mini loaf, please do so. We will still honor that price, originally $119 for $89. And this is also a great pan for couples, I might say. It's the perfect portion where you can have a little bit for you and a little bit for your sweetheart. So this is great. Well, the weather's getting cooler, the food should get warmer, and you two should get closer. And what better way than having one of these adorable mini loaves. Love it so much. So cute. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is so much fun, and I really appreciate you hanging in there with this pre-recorded Kitchen Craft Not So Live edition. Please don't forget to join us next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday on our Kitchen Craft Facebook page. This is happening every week, so if you enjoyed this and you want to see something new made each week, please join us. Next week will actually be acorn squash and some pork and apples. Oh, so good. Again, we're sticking with that fall theme. So, and don't forget to send in a picture of yourself with your cookware in order to win a 9x13. Ooh, it's the big daddy roasting pan. You can do so much with that as well. And that contest will randomly select a winner on December the 6th. So you have time. Don't feel like you ran out of time to take a picture of yourself with your cookware. You've got, gosh, a whole month and like a week or so. You've got plenty of time. So don't forget to send those in. And if you have any questions, of course, you can put them in the chat, or you can always reach me at Rebecca@cookforlife.com. It's been a pleasure. We appreciate you and hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Happy cooking. All right. Good night, guys. Bye. Runaway train never coming back. Wrong way on a one-way track. Seems like I should be getting somewhere. Somehow I'm neither here nor